Embodiment. This is a beautiful practice of realizing that your mind and your body are not separate things, that they actually work together as one. And there is a couple of practices that you can do to bring more embodiment into your day, to really help with the stress and the overwhelm. So before we get into that, hi, I'm Stephanie, and I help busy spiritual women like you make more time for self-care. I help mentor you through your self-care to bring more awareness to your day. How are you feeling? What are you needing? And we move through various practices of yoga, breath work, meditation, as well as establishing a relationship with the plant medicine cacao to really kind of bring it all together to create this really strong foundation for your self-care so that way you can move throughout your day feeling a lot more at ease and a lot less stressed. So embodiment, what does that mean? So I know you've probably been hearing this word kind of floating around recently, and maybe you haven't. So embodiment is realizing that your mind and your body do not work together separately, that they actually work together as one. So there are various practices that you can tune into to become more in your body and less in your head, lowering stress, lowering overwhelm, and leaning into the trust of the flow, the feminine energy that flows within us all. So that way you're not questioning, why things aren't happening or why things are happening, and you really just realize that it's all divine timing. It's all the way it's supposed to be. And this does take practice, of course, and working with somebody who knows how to work through these various practices. So the 3 practices that can really help to bring more embodiment into your day are movement. So I like to mentor women on intuitive movement. Yes, the yoga practices and different ways that we can use yoga movement to bring more embodiment, but really leaning into just mobility and just intuitive movement that feels good to you. Another great practice is breath work. So this is a yogic practice of breath control. And there's various practices that you can lean into, and they all have different approaches as well as different outcomes. So depending on what you're needing. And meditation. So this is definitely where everything kind of comes full circle. Mind, body, spirit, quieting the thoughts, quieting the chatter so you can really come to this present moment. So let's kind of break them down a little bit. So intuitive movement. This is movement that just feels good to you. So I really love to show women and have them honor their bodies and where they are at right now. Not necessarily worrying about where they want to be, but right here, right now, where are you today? And I'm a certified yoga teacher, so I like to tap into yogic practices and yogic movement, different postures, different asanas, but also just tapping into dance, tapping into these somatic experiences of being able to touch our bodies and what that feels like. So some of the best ways that you can do this is to get your hands on your body if that's where you feel. So just rubbing down your arms, rubbing down the legs, even touching the toes and giving your feet a little massage. So giving yourself some self-massage, you can do it on your neck. This is a really great way to just come into your own physical body and how you're feeling that day. I love to guide women in dancing, intuitive movement that feels good, allowing them just to flow and move through and just have some fun with it, right? No one's watching anyway, so just tapping into that. And of course, our yoga asanas, our yoga postures. I have various ones that are in my toolbox that I really, really love, focusing a lot on the neck and the shoulders because this is where women carry the most tension. Even just seated positions, taking time to just sit and move our bodies, sway our bodies and move them in those ways. Breathwork practices. So like I said, this is a yogic practice as well. Various tools and various practices, all depending on where and what you need that day, right? We're all in different phases. So one of my favorite ones is box breathing, square breathing. So it's an inhalation for 4 counts, breathing in through the nose, pausing for 4, then exhaling out through the mouth slowly for 4 counts, and you continue to flow through that. So that's like my go-to one. It's a really easy one, and it helps with various things. Yes, it relaxes, but it also can really help with concentration as well. So if you have like a project you're trying to work on, or maybe the kids are driving you crazy, that's a really great one to lean into. And finally, meditation. Who doesn't love a great meditation practice? Now this again is a practice. It is a yogic practice, and it requires just that, lots and lots of practice. And having a safe space to come to be able to lean into that tool. I like to teach women more mindful meditation. So we focus a lot less on the complete silence and the complete stillness of our physical bodies, but getting outside, going for a silent hike with yourself, just listening to everything around you while the mind is quiet. as quiet as we can be, of course. Tapping into your senses. What can you see? What can you smell? What can you touch? That's another really great way to tap into it. And when you join in with me, I like to take you on a journey through a story. So maybe take you on a little journey in your third eye's mind. So those are just some really, really great ways to tap into embodiment and tap into your body. Get out of your head, get into the body. And the more and more you practice this, the more and more you find a space where you can feel held in that, you're going to really notice that shift into the flow of your day. Rather than resisting or forcing, we just lean in and we let it go. So I hope that helped today. Let me know in the comments if you liked it. If you have any experiences yourself with embodiment, I'd love to hear it. Or if you're totally new to this, look in the description below. There's ways that you can reach out to me and we can chat about how we can maybe work together in mentoring you on your journey, on your self-care. Excuse my dog. But with that, I'll leave you all. Thank you so much for listening in. I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye, everyone.